What is up, everybody? This is Mark and Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I am Mark and Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And today, we have always a lot of wrestling to cover, but we have a new starting of a podcast, which is the Wrestling Retrospect. And today's pick, well, last week's pick, was Tyler Breeze.
Yes, sir. Breezy, we see you.
Yeah, I like Tyler. I've always been a fan. Of Tyler Breeze. Since debuting that character, I always thought that character was great. I always been a fan of him. I started liking him a lot more when he started doing the up, down, down stuff with Austin Creed, and I think I developed. And then I got to meet him at Evolve, the show that we went to. So there was a lot of cool things, and he was just mad cool, mad friendly. So yeah. You want to start off with the matches you picked? Well, one of the matches you picked.
Well, you pick him because he's your.
Okay, so I'll go with my first match. Will be just because I was there for this live, and it's gonna be. Actually, I think this was when he should have won the North American title, and I think they could have built that rivalry a little longer, which was Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze at NXT 25.
Okay, gotcha.
That was the takeover the 25th takeover. It was in Connecticut in the XL Arena. I think that was 2019, I believe, because it was right before COVID. Yeah, definitely 2019.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
just the aesthetics of the two characters going at it, the model versus the flamboyant one kind of shit, and their build up was so great. Like their promos against each other and everything like that. Their characters worked amazingly together. So, and again, we kind of like everyone kind of forgets how good Velveteen Dream really was. He was probably one of the best like young dudes they had for a while, and like building up. And each of his matches was an event when it came to a point when he was gonna fight someone. Like when he fought Cashizono, he had the boxing gear on. When he fought Puma. With Ricochet, he had the Prince Puma gear on and shit like that. So he played the mind games and things like that. So he did the same thing with Tyler Breeze, and this is when I think he wore the NWO gear and shit like that. So it was a really good match, really fun match, and I recommend everyone watch that. That's also on YouTube, and most likely you can actually find it on the Peacock network as well.
Yes, sir. So my first one I picked was Breeze versus Tony Nese.
Yeah.
And this was during the pandemic era.
Yeah.
But this one technically is a part of 205.
Yes.
When they were doing that. And one of the things I forgot was just like this was part of when he came back from, what was it? Was he injured or something? Or was it just that because of the pandemic, they just had to shuffle things around?
I think Fandango got hurt, and he wanted to go, and then they gave him the option to work in NXT.
Okay.
So he was working NXT in 205 at the time.
All right. Okay. Well, so this is a part of the 205 RIP 205 Live.
Yeah.
What is it now? It's Level Up, I think.
Level Up. Yeah, and I have not watched one episode.
I should probably do that just to see if they have anybody I would know on there.
I think the last one I watched was when Nikita Lyons debuted.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay.
Her technical debut.
But actually, this was like the beginning of when they started having people like around.
Yeah.
In the PC, so
okay.
At least you had people like chanting and talking and whatever. So it was cool.
Yeah.
That was good. I just want to say, like, I forget, like, when he came back with the short haircut and then, like, the short buzz and whatnot in the beard. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, he was actually having some bangers with a lot of people.
Yeah. And I think that was he admitted that was probably the most fun he had wrestling in a long time because he was able to wrestle the guys he wanted to wrestle. He could wrestle Roderick Strong. He wrestled Adam Cole. He wrestled Velveteen Dream. He wrestled Ricochet. He wrestled he was able to wrestle a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
My next match. So I kind of wanted to go back. I wanted to go back to when during the beginning of Tyler Breeze and of that character, and one of the matches that held up the most, and I had to go to So we only picking 3 matches, and there was like there's 3 of them, and all tied for like my number 1 spot. But there was one I just wanted people to check out because I think it's very underrated, and it was a kind of hard to find one too because I had to actually really look for it. It was Tyler Breeze versus Tyson Kidd, and it was on an NXT in 2014. It was right before the Fatal 4-Way takeover pay per view, which I say that was. So I'll say the takeover pay per view was in the middle of the year, so it doesn't even give me the date, so I can't really tell you the exact date. But it was like right before. It was the week before that show. So if you go to that pay per view, look at the date and you can find the match from there. But it was Tyson Kidd versus Tyler Breeze. Both guys trained by people from the dungeon. So it kind of had the technician more savvy than the high flyer, but they were both were the hybrid. Like they could both high fly if they need to. The only thing about breezing, you ain't gonna get no like backflips and shit like that from Breeze. You're gonna get like high flying, like cross bodies, things like that, flying kicks and things like that. Really good match, really good technician match, and it actually went on for like it was like almost a 15-minute match. So you got some really good wrestling out of that.
Okay, cool.
You forget how good Tyson Kidd was too.
Okay.
It was very good. Yeah. Go to your next match.
The second one I picked was not really to go too far back, but I just wanted to pick this one because it was Swerve.
They
And I
had
was like, well,
they had some gold, man. Him and Swerve had some good chemistry too.
Mm-hmm. And I was just like, well, damn. Kind of like Ultimo Dragon. I end up looking through these matches of the people we talk about to see if they fought Swerve. Like if they're young enough, that's the thing. I not consciously, I guess subconsciously go, huh?
Yeah.
He fought Swerve. So there you go.
Yeah.
And it was actually a really the thing about this match was I don't know what the story going into it was. I don't remember. And this is May 22nd, 2020.
So I think this was so I think I think this match led into the 3-way for the cruiserweight title.
Okay. But you can see like at least they start from it in the clips and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I know that there was like high aggression from Swerve in this match. Like he whips his ass for the majority of this match. And I'm just like, I don't understand why he was so mad.
So this was when I think Swerve was going kind of that more darker Simon Phoenix character during the time. Because Leo Rush was the baby. So he kind of started going heel on the time. So basically he was being a lot more evil when he was during this time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I like the description of Simon Phoenix on him. I actually like, yeah, that actually is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, they had a good rivalry. So like I think they have that match, and then the 3-way, which is gonna be my honorable mention, but it's a mention. It was Leo Rush versus him versus Breeze for the cruiserweight title. I think that's when he won the cruiserweight title.
Okay.
Yeah. That was really good too. So that led into that, and that was also amazing. My last one, man, this was the hardest one to do, and I like shout outs to the just the Thunder Liger match. I was not gonna pick that one because that was that's his most famous match. So I had 2, and I think two of these matches were like his top matches. And I'm just gonna put them tied together because there was not one better than the other. I just love these 2 matches. So one would be Sami Zayn versus NXT at Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze at NXT Takeover. And then you had the NXT Takeover 4-way, which was Neville defending his title against Tyler Breeze, Sami Zayn, and Tyson Kidd.
Okay, cool.
All those matches are fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah, I did see the 4-way, and that looked great.
Yeah, so the 4-way was probably one of my favorite 4-way matches I ever seen. Like, the space they had for each other, but also everyone were able to get their shit in. Everyone had their moments, but also they all crossed paths perfectly in that match. So it didn't really like feel awkward at any time. That was like one of my favorite 4-way matches. It was the main event of NXT Fatal 4-way. You also got a gem of a match for the women as well. I think that was probably one of the best women's matches on that card as well. I think Sasha Banks won the title on that card. So, yeah, so definitely check that out. That's NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, and the other one was NXT TakeOver. I think it was the month before that. No, the 3 months before that. So your last one.
And the last one I picked was, let's see the date. I don't think they have a date.
No, I think it was.
I'll say it's a little before.
Is this the
it's
one?
Santos Escobar versus Tyler Breeze.
Oh, okay.
And so this was also during the pandemic era. But I also picked this one because, like I said, he was just on a tear, and Santos is a badass. But this is in the middle, I see, of the arc of them trying to unify the two titles.
Yeah.
For the cruiserweight. So they're doing this, and Santos has his promo in the ring, and you see also this is like the beginning of the formation of Legado as like a 3-man.
Yeah.
Because you see the two guys behind them finally, they're wearing their suits and whatnot. So, and then Breeze comes out, and this one I like more than most because I like the opponent. It's the timing of the thing. I dare I say I kind of liked what they ended up doing with, like, it sucks for the time period, right? But what they ended up doing with the space for the pandemic, like at that point, I thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Because it had the mix of people and the screens.
Yes.
With the fans, that looked cool. And then his gear, Breeze's gear, which like they took it as a tribute solely for the Hitman because it was black and pink. But not only that, but if you look at the back of his boots, it had the left right on it.
Yeah, it did.
That is our left right first champion. Yes, sir.
Yes, the true champion. I say he's the true champion. Yes. Because he never lost it. He was stripped.
This is true. You right.
Yeah.
You right.
He was stripped. I have a couple just honorable mentions. Check out his first match with Hideo Itami. Check out his first match with Finn Balor. Check out his match with Apollo Crews. He helped establish these guys in their first big pay-per-view matches. So he was a good workhorse in that sense. And there's one I will say in 2016, which was Goldust versus Tyler Breeze. That match was actually extremely fun.
Okay.
And funny.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, yeah. And then shout outs to the Usos versus Breezango. And the Breeze, what was it? The Files, the X-Files things they did.
Oh, Fashion Files.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Fashion Files. Shout outs to that because that shit was hilarious.
Yes, sir.
That shit was hilarious. I actually loved Tyler Breeze and Fandango as well. They were a great tag team, and
I think they should have the Ascension.
Exactly. So, yeah, shout outs to Tyler Breeze, one of our favorites on this cast. So, yeah, yay, Tyler. It's Tyler. Yes. Anyway, we go into the week of wrestling. We kick off with Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw was actually a really good show, so let's get into that. We like when we get new stuff and not the same old shit that we get every week. So we kick off with Cody Rhodes saying that he's injured and all that stuff, and the crowd showing a lot of love. And as Seth Rollins easily does it, shows respect. Then while they're walking back, Seth Rollins comes with a sledgehammer and beats the crap out of Cody Rhodes. I really enjoyed it. And, yeah, he got revenge for Triple H. There you go.
I mean, yes. He said that, wait, wasn't that actually something he mentioned about you can't come out here and break thrones and stuff and come back?
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was good. It was good. Good follow-up. At least Seth Rollins kind of got his like. It could have been a knife. I'm just saying, he crazy like that. So at least it was something that did not go into skin.
I mean, listen. Here's the cool thing, right? Is that they wrote him off.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. They got it. It wasn't just gonna be him like walking around saying, "Well, I'm still gonna hang around," because he wasn't. Here's the thing, Mark. If you notice Cody's speech,
Yeah.
he didn't say he was going anywhere.
Yeah.
You noticed that, right? He didn't
No.
say he was leaving, and then it wasn't until after he got the beat down that he was gone. So
Yeah.
they wrote him off.
Yeah. So he's expected to. They say about 6 to 9 months. So depending on if it doesn't get affected or things like that, about 6 to 9 months.
Concussion protocol. They should have brought that up.
Yeah.
He got hit in the back of the head with a sledgehammer. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Anyway. Dana Brooke recaptures the 24/7 title from Akira Tozawa in the middle of the match of Dana Brooke versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch got mad and said restart the shit, and now it's for the 24/7 title. They had their match, and Asuka kind of interrupts, and Dana Brooke gets a win off of Becky Lynch.
I thought the whole segment was good.
It was different.
It showed, but the thing that was cool was that at least the 24/7 division has gotten so much character where it's not just kind of an annoyance now, right?
Yeah.
You know all the people. Dana's got enough character now. She's got enough seasoning on her.
Yeah.
And it all works. So it's like, all right. And Becky being Becky is great.
And I like the fact that she wanted the title. She was like, you know what? I'm going to take your fucking title.
Don't put belts in front of her.
Yeah, because she's going to steal your shit.
What? Okay. Am I imagining it, or was she one of the women that says, could she go for the men's title?
Well, it has happened
I think
before.
Somebody said that. No, but I think like just saying it, not actually trying to do it. Like I'm not sure if she was one of the people that recently said that before. Like, like listen, I'll beat anybody. Don't get me started.
I'm just saying, China has won the IC title, so we have seen it before.
They call her the man. And you can't sue it out of her. Sorry, Rick.
Well, she'll have to go to Gunther now, so I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Gunther looked like he has no pity. So, male, female, small, big, he gonna beat you. So,
he's gonna leave a handprint.
I'll say Becky, wait a little bit till he loses that title. Right now is not the title to go for.
Exactly. Don't do it.
You have a better chance against Theory.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably underestimate you.
Yeah. I thought the great segments was great. It was a lot of fun. We got the Miz TV with Riddle. Oh, damn, Maurice.
Shout outs to Maurice. She brought the heat.
Yes, she was great too. And then it led into Riddle versus Miz. And it was pretty much because it was a beatdown on Riddle, and then Miz was like, all right, let's go. I'll fight now. And then he got RKO'd, and Riddle gets the win. We got the street.
Hold on. You can't go too far without giving her credit for the line of the show, tiny balls.
Yes, the tiny balls.
I mean, no, excuse me, average balls.
The average balls, and then the bigger balls, the biggest balls. The biggest grapefruit to remind me of that. With
I thought somebody was going to go grapefruits. I was waiting.
You got Street Profits defeat the Usos by countout. A really good match.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And it's getting Street Profits in that tag team title picture. You got Bobby Lashley kicked Theory out the ring after being denied his U.S. title match. Yeah, Theory. There's some people you could go after like this. Bobby's not one of them.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bobby will take your title.
Yes, sir.
And your neck.
I mean, so if he was to take it from him, that's what, 3-time or more?
It'd be 4-time.
4-time?
He won it 2 times before he came back.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, he won it 2 times, and he was ECW champion.
Yes, sir.
Never won the IC title.
So that's the only one he's missing? Okay.
Yeah. No, he won the IC title. My fault.
He did?
He did.
Remember.
He beat Balor.
Oh, I don't remember.
About 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago.
Man. That one blanked out of my head.
Yeah, he
Okay.
beat Balor.
Okay.
Yeah, he had the title. I kind of forgot too, and then I was like, oh yeah, he did have it. Anyway, I think he is a grand. No, he hasn't had the tag title. I think that's the only belt
Really?
he's missing. He never won a tag title.
Well, they messed that up. Her business. I love.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. You got Judgment Day. Oh wait, we skipped something. Veer. There's not much that we skip. Veer Mahan defeating Dominic Mysterio. Like we knew that. We thought. Did anyone think that Dominic was gonna win this match?
For story purposes, but
No,
not really.
No,
Not
really.
really.
The Judgment Day welcomed a new member, Finn Balor, and then the Judgment Day turned on Edge for a vicious assault.
And that was unexpected. There you go.
So, this is my little issue with this. They could have extended this for a little bit. I feel like it was too fast. I feel like it was like there was no like really like even look at if Balor was gonna join and stuff like that. I think they could have played this along at least to a SummerSlam.
Oh, I thought you meant extend the ass whooping. I was like, damn, man, you don't like Edge? You don't like Edge?
Nah, I just feel like they could extend the storyline for at least a month or two.
They beat his ass for like a good 3 minutes. I mean, no, 5 minutes, man. What you want?
Yeah, like I feel like they could have had him join, and then him slowly kind of like discarding Edge in a way.
Yeah.
But
here's how they can extend it. The next time he shows up, they beat his ass again.
there you go.
Send him home. There you go.
Or maybe
I
maybe that's what Edge wanted.
Maybe.
And then he'll be like,
Edge.
"I told you, I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It was a big surprise, and I didn't expect that at all. And I was like, oh shit, cool. But
Yes, sir.
it's also like, oh damn, that's it already.
Well, I guess now what happens to
No.
AJ and Liv? That's what we find out.
Mm-hmm.
See, look. See, now there's the mystery of what the hell Finn Balor was doing in catering has come to light. He was chilling. He was like, I don't want none of y'all. So there we go. Now we know.
Yeah.
Put the memes to bed. That's it.
So, going to that. We got Omos defeat Cedric Alexander. Like again, another match that did you even think he was gonna win?
I mean, no, not really.
You had Ezekiel defeat Otis.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, that was actually a good match too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Rhea Ripley. Ripley defeating. They only have Ripley now. Did they take away her first name? I hope not.
Oh no.
I don't know. WWE don't. Did they drop her first name? I'm very curious now. Did they drop her first name? No, they didn't. Okay.
Oh no.
Because on this list it says Ripley defeats Alexa Bliss. Because everyone has their full name besides her. They have just Ripley.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So Ripley defeats Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Doudrop in a fatal 4-way match. I thought the match was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
there was
agree.
a lot of good spots between Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan. It had little team up spots there. A lot of big spots for Rhea Ripley. Even Doudrop was like kicking ass in this match. Doudrop is very underrated, and I think she deserves a bit more. Yeah, really good stuff. Riptide on Doudrop, which was quite impressive. And yeah, Rhea Ripley will face Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank.
Yes, sir. And hopefully that's gonna be a great match.
Oh yeah,
We've been looking forward to it, so
yes,
let's get it.
they have good stuff together, so we'll see. Monday Night Raw, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A-. They had two matches that were kind of we knew what was gonna happen, but even those weren't bad. So
Yeah,
but Cody got hit in the head with a sledgehammer, dude. Oh man! And then Edge got beat down. It was awesome.
yes.
So many good matches.
I'm gonna go A. They did some out of the box stuff that I gotta give credit for a little bit. The whole thing with Dana Brooke and Becky, and then also Judgment Day and Balor taking over the ranks of it. And then even the Fatal 4-Way ending match it was a really good women's Fatal 4-Way. So good stuff. I'm gonna give it a solid A. NXT 2.0. We kick off with Carmelo Hayes champion celebration interrupted by Solo Sikoa.
Yes, sir.
And yeah. Did that end with Apollo coming out? Yes, it did end with Apollo coming out. No. It was no, that was this shit. All right. So we got Josh Bridges defeats Von Wagner. I thought the match was okay. Two big men. It actually worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
We had Nathan Frazier defeat Santo Escobar, and he's working under D'Angelo's way, and he got mad at him because he wasn't listening to him.
Match was very good.
Yes, it was. Apollo Crews returns to NXT, answered Braun Breaker's challenge.
Good. I thought that was cool. Nice to see him back. Hopefully now we can get some more seasoning on him. I noticed he has no accent.
Yes, and that's probably the best promo he has had in like the last 2 years he's been there.
With no accent, yeah.
Yes, with no accent. Like no Wakanda no more.
Yeah, I know.
We got Roxanne Perez defeats Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Breakout Challenge tournament final.
I have to say, I hate that move.
Yeah.
That she won with. What is it? Code Red, Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, the Code Red. Yeah.
I hate that move.
I don't like how she does it.
No, I just don't like in that match. You can see that they weren't. Not to say they were oil and water because the match wasn't bad. It's just that when it comes to that move, when they did it that night, it didn't go off smoothly, and it looked.
Yeah.
It reminded me of why I don't like it.
So there's easy ways for you to fuck up that move, but like you put it in the right hands of people, they make it look amazing. Look at Rey Mysterio when he does it. He makes it look like he makes it look like a power bomb when he does it.
I do not like it.
Yeah.
Because everybody does it. Like, why don't you stop doing it? I don't get it.
Yeah. So, yep. Code Red. She wins. Pretty Deadly defeats Andre Chase after taking Booty out. Booty out. Booty out. Alba Fire versus Team Plaxley. Decent match. It's okay.
This is actually all right. Yeah.
And then Solo Sikoa.
That was a really good. I have to give her credit because she did something cool during the match. She did a really good. What is her finisher? Like, what does she call it?
She does like a senton bomb.
Well, she has some name for it, right? Like it's like a fire bomb or something like that.
I don't know.
I think it is.
Probably.
Well, anyway, so the girl on the floor rolled out of the way.
Yeah.
And she caught her with it like halfway across the ring. I was like, wait a second. How does she fly so far? Like, dude, that shit look cool. So, all right.
Yeah, that was that. And then our main event was supposed to be Solo Sikoa versus Grayson Waller and Carmelo Hayes. And then Apollo comes out and tag teams with him. Really good match. And a nice, great way to bring back Apollo Crews in the mix.
Now, I know you shared that little picture. That is not, Apollo did not cash in a favor. I'm telling you, that's not what that was.
He probably, I'm just saying.
All right.
It was very, very convenient for him to tag team with one person from the bloodline.
All right. Okay.
Very convenient.
Okay.
You don't think Paul Heyman was like, yo, look out for our future bloodline member?
Well, I will say somebody did point out that Grayson Waller showed the bloodline some disrespect in his promo. So
there you go. So he should get his ass kicked every single time now.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Like he brought it to himself. So now and maybe Paul Heyman was like, yeah, he has to die. So Apollo, you be in our good graces. We'll give you some blood and you'll be part of the bloodline.
Oh, all
It
right.
would just be a little packet of blood. Look here, that's ours. That is yours now.
Just freeze it.
NXT 2.0. What you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B minus.
B
I thought it
minus.
was actually an all right show, but again, it wasn't amazing or anything. I thought the main event was probably the best match.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The one the Yeah, it's like as good as everything it was. They weren't really great. Like even the tournament match
yeah.
was. Maybe Santos and
Santos.
Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm gonna give it a B. I like the return of Apollo, and I like when they bring back guys. Usually they use them actually correctly for a bit. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe they get some love for Apollo in this and actually give him a title in NXT. I wouldn't mind him staying there and actually working with a lot of these young dudes because I think he's a good person to work with, and it gives Breaker someone to really work with about the same size, same kind of power.
True. True.
So I'm up for that. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B because I liked the Apollo return. I liked the Santos match. I actually liked the main event as well. And the little promos here and there. I thought they were good as well. So here we go. We go to AEW Dynamite. There we go. I went to the wrong thing. All right. Dynamite. And we kick off seeing that we also got a person that's injured for the world title. So we kicked off with the Casino Battle Royal. I like the winner. I was actually surprised with the winner.
Okay, yeah, I will say that. I was surprised, but I thought. Well, go ahead. Give your thoughts first. And I'll
I
give
thought
mine.
I honestly I thought this was the time for Andrade.
Yeah, I could have saw that. You're right.
I
You're
thought
right.
this was the
You're
time
right.
for him. I think this was the time, and I think he should have been the intermediate AEW champion. But you know what? You know what? Yeah. You know why? Because then you could actually go into New Japan history and see the little Tanahashi shit with that he had with Andrade back in the day. So you could have actually did something
Really?
history wise with
Really?
with
Okay.
Andrade. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed with that. I think you could have. I think that they should have pulled the trigger on Andrade in this battle royal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this was the time. I love Moxie and everything like that, but I think this is the time.
I can see that. Well, I was pulling for Eddie, so
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I knew he was not gonna win this. He has too much fucking beef with the JSA. Like they're not gonna let his ass win. And he was like the
But you
only
know
person
what?
there.
No, but you know what I will say? At least that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because then it led into another match, so it made sense.
Yeah.
It made sense.
The thing I would have changed, Andrade would have won, and I'd say he would have beat, and I would have had him beat Moxley.
I agree.
And then you could,
100%.
and then you could show his ties to New Japan Pro Wrestling. You could even
Right.
connect fucking Naito with him, within that
Right.
whole shit because they were all together at one point. So yeah, there's a lot of New Japan history you really failed to put on right there,
Yeah.
and you
I
could have
agree.
had something really interesting there. So that's my only gripe with it. And actually
Yeah.
doing my homework on Andrade and Tanahashi, and they actually had a rivalry back in the day.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I
Gotcha.
did my homework.
See, that I did not know. So
Yeah. We have a new title in the picture of AEW, which is called the All Atlantic Championship. I guess the person whoever made this title has no sense of geometry.
is that geography?
Geography.
Yep.
Because
Japan's not supposed to be on,
it's on the Pacific.
and I think China's not supposed to be on there as well.
No, anything in Asia, that's all what the Pacific. It could have been like the All Atlantic Pacific Championship or something like that,
Yeah.
or
So.
just name it the International
They
Championship.
they messed up in naming it, but this belt was clearly made for Japanese people to win.
Yeah,
I said it.
yeah,
Somebody from New Japan is gonna win this belt.
yeah.
That's
There's two.
all I gotta
There's
say.
supposed to be two people on New Japan in this tournament. So
There you go.
I think Miro's taking it, but that's just me.
But okay, so in the bracket, have they set up the brackets yet?
They haven't showed the New Japan people.
Got you. Okay.
So we got our first match, which was Buddy Matthews versus Pac, and damn, that was a good match.
I'm biased. That was match of the night for me.
I love that match was fucking good. I keep
It
that
was
going.
that was a perfect showcase for Buddy.
Yeah,
I'm just saying they need some of those because he's been mostly in a team capacity.
yeah,
He's good as a team. They're good as a unit, but you got to see him by himself. He's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
So you have Penta is gonna fight Malachi Black on the other bracket, and then you have two New Japan people fighting each other, and then Miro's fighting somebody. I forgot who he's fighting this week. But Miro's in the tournament and he's fighting somebody. Oh, he's fighting Ethan Page.
Oh, Ethan Page's promo was pretty good. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Miro's
That was
fighting
good.
Ethan. Yeah, Miro's fighting Ethan Page. Malachi Black is fighting Penta, and then two New Japan people are fighting. I like the belt. It looks cool. I actually don't mind that design for a title. Like I actually like that big belt, so I'm all cool with it. Yeah, it looks like the women's title, but I'm fine with titles looking kind of similarity. Gives you kind of a way they're supposed
I mean,
to look.
you can't. Nobody can use that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Nobody can say that when you look at the main people of their belts are all the same.
yeah,
Just different colors. That's
yeah,
it. Come
yeah.
on.
Exactly.
Come on.
I'm
Is
fine
that
with
an
that.
argument anymore? Come on, stop.
Yeah, everyone bitches about something, so I don't mind the title looking. I don't mind. I just think the name is kind of stupid because it has no that makes no sense.
Yeah, they messed it up.
Yeah. Other than that, like the belt looks good, and I actually like big belts like that, especially on like a dude like Miro. It will look good on him.
So that's your pick for the
yeah,
one?
I think Miro's winning.
Here's the thing.
Buddy was my
At,
pick.
at first, I thought it was gonna be. I was gonna stick with Miro, right?
Yeah,
But I feel like it's either gonna be whoever wins between Malachi Black and I think Pac is and they're gonna fight, right?
yeah.
I feel like one of those two is gonna win
I think the finals
because they're both
yeah.
from different parts of the world.
That's
all I'm saying.
I could see Miro versus Black for the final.
Yeah. But I would want to see Miro versus Pac. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Have we?
NXT.
See, I didn't.
Yeah. NXT and the WWE. He fought Miro because he was in the main roster and
I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I never saw him when he was regular Neville.
yeah, they fought each other.
Okay.
We got Will Ospreay arrive.
That was cool.
That was cool.
I like his big puffy coat thing.
Yeah.
It makes him look regal.
Yeah. Then we got Hangman Page versus David Finlay. I didn't really care for the match, to be honest with you. It felt a little off.
It was just okay.
Yeah. And then we got Wardlow's next challenger. He's going for the TNT Championship. And then AEW's Women's Championship match, Thunder Rosa versus Mira Sharif. See, this is what I talk about when we're saying when a person that needs help and they're super green to work with someone that actually knows how to wrestle, they give you a decent match. So Thunder Rosa, Mira Sharif was actually pretty good.
I just like the clash of styles, but then also the mesh of styles because they did a good job on commentary.
Yeah.
Because they let you know about both of them having the MMA background,
Yeah.
but also just like how skilled they are at submissions and stuff.
Yeah.
So when you see Shafir doing like the awkward but effect like in real life, the stuff she was doing will hurt you, but it's like that doesn't quite translate to a person watching it on television. Like you said, you had Rosa there to try to know how to get out of it because she had her in some complicated stuff, dude.
Yeah.
And then you saw Rosa like roll around and get out. I'm like, damn, all right, this is actually I like this. So I like the hopefully she gets better, right?
Yeah.
I hope Shafir gets better. So.
But this is when I would talk about like when they actually fight people that actually have the experience to actually get them better. And this is one of the samples. Like this match was actually pretty solid because Thunder Rosa was able to help her go through this match and it actually looked really good. Instead of having two people that are very green clash and usually doesn't mix good.
You're right, 100%.
And then our main event was John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. Good match.
Yes, sir. Oh, I thought it was a great match.
Yeah.
I would say it was the best match of the show, but I'm biased, so
Yeah.
that's what it is.
It was a really good match. Moxley Tanahashi is going to be happening because we saw that Tanahashi beat Goto
I just
this
want
morning.
to point out, I know I don't think it was like a botch or anything, but you could point out I think Moxley tells O'Reilly to slow down because
Yeah.
because they were waiting for something. I think at one point like towards the end of the match, like you see when Moxley's outside and O'Reilly's about to get back out, you see he says something to him, and then he's just slowly meanders back into the ring. Like it's
Yeah.
really funny when you catch stuff like that.
So yeah, he's gonna fight Tanahashi now,
Mm-hmm. I think they were waiting for Tanahashi's jet to arrive.
right?
He's like, he's not here yet, guys. He's not here yet.
What do you give AEW?
This one I'm gonna have to give. I want to say between a B plus and an A minus, because the matches were good this show. You gotta give credit to that.
I'm gonna go B plus.
But I'm trying to think like this story wise, did anything like really hit me? This not really. So I'm gonna give it a B plus.
I'm gonna give B plus. I again like the Casino Battle Royal. I think Andrade should have won. I have a feeling you should have pulled the trigger on Andrade, especially because his history in New Japan.
Yeah, I agree.
I was a little disappointed. I was like, "Yo, Tony Khan."
Have we got okay? If that was the way you go, have we got O'Reilly versus Andrade before?
NXT? Yes.
We did. Okay.
Yes. Again, a lot of them cross paths in NXT, so I have a feeling they have. Yeah, they did fight in NXT. And if not, that would have been a great match.
Yeah, I know it would have been a great match.
So I'm just
curious,
saying, yeah, that would be my only gripe with it. Is like, yeah, I feel like you could have pulled the trigger on Andrade in this match. Our next thing will be. Well, I did watch Impact this week. I'll give it a rundown. Did you check it out?
No, I did not get to see it this week.
It's all good. So much stuff, so I don't expect it. You had Johnny Swinger, Ziggy Dice versus DK. That was before the Impact. It was an okay match, nothing special. You got the kickoff of the show, and you had the Knockouts tag team champion Tania Dashwood versus Rosemary. It was a pretty solid match. Rosemary's really good when you actually have someone that can work with her, and usually she'll have good matches like that. You had the Good Brothers having a promo against the Briscoe brothers. They're gonna fight eventually. They were at the Briscoe's farm, and they attacked them at their farm. It was really funny shit. It was kind of hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve Macklin versus PCO, which was an insane match.
Wow.
And they just beat the shit out of each other. You had Josh Alexander versus Joe Doring. That was a pretty good match, a good storyline going. I like when Eric Young is in a storyline because he's just psychotic as fuck and it makes it work. And then you had you had like videos of Ace Austin joining the Bullet Club and things like that, which is kind of cool. Then you have Moose and Sam Callahan going at it, and Sam Callahan is just harassing the man and trying to kill him. Myers is the new Digital Media World Champion, according to Matt Cardona. He gives him the belt, so he's going to be defending it for Matt Cardona while he's hurt. And our main event was a four-way of Honor No More, Eddie Kingston, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett, six-way, sorry, with Frankie Kazarian and Motor City Machine Guns. Pretty solid match. And that was our Impact. I give Impact a B+. It was actually a lot of good story lines rolling and good stuff.
Okay. Good
PCO
stuff.
and Macklin was fucking insane, too.
Okay.
Macklin's getting a lot better. He's like finding himself in Impact Wrestling, so that's a good thing.
You know what I did seek out and watch? I don't know if it was old or if it was this week, but I saw the congratulations to Ivy Now for two Satomura.
Yeah.
So I watched their match.
Cool.
In UK, and it was really good.
Nice.
Was that last week or that was the week before?
I think it was last week.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout outs to New Japan having a pay-per-view this morning. So pretty much most of the stuff is done. You got a new champion in Jay White. You got a new champion in Will Ospreay. You got a new champion in Carl Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
You got new tag team champions. That it's a lot of shit that went on. So, you got a new IWGP champion Jay White. U.S. champion is Will Ospreay. Carl Anderson is the pure. Is the not the pure the open weight.
Yeah.
The never champion. He beat Tamatanga for it, and then I forgot he actually won it. So that was something new to see. So there was a lot of good stuff happening in New Japan. New Japan World. If you want to watch it, sign up and subscribe. It's only $10. Check it out. We move to SmackDown and we kick off.
So wait, that changes. This is part of the story because somebody said they wanted to fight Okada. That was Hangman.
Yeah.
And now Okada doesn't have the championship.
Yeah.
So he is naked Okada.
And Jay White said that straight out. I was like, yeah, you can still fight Okada. You ain't touching my title.
Yeah, you're not touching this. So, well, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, we see where it goes from there. Yeah, it just changes a lot of things. See, now Will Ospreay is the U.S. champion, too. See where it goes from there as well. True. So, we'll find out on Dynamite what goes on. Because Forbidden Door is like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. True.
So, we'll see. We go to Friday Night SmackDown. And we got two big men slapping meat. And Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, they beat the crap out of each other to a no contest.
It was awesome. Again, more of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what? Listen. All I want at some point before Sheamus retires, before Drew goes off into the mountains, I want a series back and forth for like the championship.
Me too.
These two.
Yeah.
Like just dueling pay-per-views or something. One pay-per-view is Drew takes it. One pay-per-view is Sheamus. But I just want them to fight.
Yeah.
Fight. They're good.
You got Lacey Evans defeat Xia Li for a Money in the Bank qualifying match.
That match was poop. I thought it was poop.
And Xia Li is hurt.
Xia Li like that? Why they do her like that? I guess that's probably why. But like, why they?
Yeah, she got injured after the match.
She got injured in the match?
Yeah.
Or after?
Yeah, after the match, they took her out on the stretcher.
Jesus. That sucks.
I don't care for Lacey Evans in this getup.
Nah, me neither.
I like the whole getup.
Mm-hmm.
She had more personality too with that getup.
That's true.
This one.
I like when she called people nasties.
Yeah, exactly. Like I actually liked her character. Now it's just like she's just a Marine lady, and I don't care.
Yeah.
SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey defeats Shotzi, and actually a good match. It was a long match. Shotzi got in.
They gave Shotzi time. That's all. There you go. She got a foot in the door.
There you go. That's all we needed.
Yeah, like it. You know what? Also, shout outs to whoever's making her gear because that green and black leather jacket was like that was dope.
Yeah.
But good on them. Good ass match.
Gunther. We said this. All right. So we said this a couple weeks ago. The moment you interfered and stuck your nose into Drew Gulak's business, you said goodbye to the IC title. Little by little, that time was coming till today. Gunther versus Ricochet. He whooped your ass.
And now we have a new IC champion.
And Gunther.
And his name is Gunther.
Yes. He did it to himself.
This is what happened.
Like Ricochet, you did this to yourself.
But let's be fair to Rico. He fought. It was a good match.
No, it was a really good match.
It wasn't one of those very, very disappointing 5-minute deals.
No.
It was not one of those super disappointing squash matches. Although in Gunther's case, I think he might have to have a few in his pocket. I'm just saying. Somebody like him.
Yeah.
But I'm saying against beloved favorites, like maybe one day you take somebody y'all like and it's just like 2 minutes. Boom.
Yeah.
He needs to have 1 or 2 of those. But it wasn't used today, and it was actually a competitive match. Like I thought Ricochet could have won.
Yeah, there was a good amount of times that you could have thought that Ricochet was gonna win. I knew he was not gonna win.
I thought as soon as he kicked his homeboy in the head, he was not winning the match. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a really good match, and then we end SmackDown with Riddle versus Sami Zayn, which was another really good match,
Yes.
ending the
Yes,
thing,
sir.
and probably one of the best RKO's that Riddle has done.
So far, yeah. And you think the one at WrestleMania was impressive? This one
Yeah.
was smooth.
Yeah.
He
He.
floated.
Yes.
Super good.
I think.
Super good.
I think I'm gonna go A with SmackDown.
I guess. Yeah, I would agree with you. Just the Lacey stuff kind of poo-pooed me.
That
And now
takes
that
it.
you tell me,
Yeah.
now that you tell me that Zaya is injured, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
I'll give it an A minus, bro.
I would have been plus if that Lacey Evans match wasn't there.
Okay. All right.
I think everything else delivered. Even Ronda Rousey and Shanti delivered. Like I thought that
You're right.
match was better than I thought it would be, and
Mm-hmm.
it changed. It changed my. I was like, I thought it was gonna be a short, like fast match, and the fact that I see Shanti like whooping her ass half the match, I was like, oh, okay. I was for that.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, I gotta give a solid A to SmackDown, and that main
That
event was
that
really good.
that question mark kick, yo, she caught Ronda lovely.
Yeah,
She made a face like, damn, why
yeah.
you hit me so hard?
And then our last but not least, AEW Rampage. We kick off with Eddie Kingston versus Jake Hager.
This match was a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, it was just
I
weak.
was, because I'm not a big fan of Hager,
Yeah,
just because I didn't watch wrestling when he was the thing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And like this one surprised me. Like I think the clash of styles, the dynamic of the big ass, he's huge.
yeah.
He is a big giant wrestling man, and he can throw you far, and he did that, and I like that. And Eddie had to fight real hard,
No.
so I like that.
You got match 2, Satham, Jay Lethal, and Santham Singh defeat Davey Vega and Matt Finchy.
I mean, it wasn't really a match.
It was a squash match.
It was a story thing, just to get these guys that have him out there.
Then you had Chris Statlander versus Red Velvet. The power slam and out the ring should have just ended that match. I was like, yo, there was no recovery from that.
I had to look at it to see what yeah, she killed her. And then you know what? I'm gonna say that's my only problem with this match at all. Was like Statlander's offense was brutal,
Yeah,
and it made Red Velvet look tough. But I'm just saying, like, bro, she shouldn't have kicked out a half of that shit.
yeah.
She should have crumpled up like 2 minutes in after some of those.
So my shit was like, this is where reality sets in. And I was like, after that power slam on the floor, not even on the ring, in the floor, the match should have not lasted that long.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should have knocked the win out of her and should have took her out. The match she should not have as much offense or as much kick out room as she did in this match.
I feel like if they wanted it to go that long, this should have been her test of her to sell for the rest of the match.
Yeah,
because she had too much "I'm okay" offense after something like that.
yeah, and then also it was like. And then it was also like you have also people outside the ring, kind of you could have them interfere and stuff, and those are the things that could cause you to kick out things instead of you actually kicking out.
You're right. 100%.
So you could play that a lot better. The match wasn't bad. Like I'm not gonna I'll give credit where credit's due, but you gotta also set into reality that you just had her take a power slam outside the ring.
You're right.
And
she's tiny compared to the woman who did it to her too.
Yes, and Kiss Statlander is a big girl, so.
Yep.
Yeah, there was no way I'm believing that Red Velvet is gonna kick out all out of this shit.
The one thing I will say that for Velvet though, we talked about this, is I think that she and somebody probably talked to her about offense wise punching people bigger than her because it looks stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's like physics, dog.
Yeah.
If you punching somebody that huge in their super defined abs, you're not doing anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's an issue as well. Is the fact that it's like you got to be kind of again. Sometimes reality has to set in, and when you actually do something big like that, you kind of have to sell that. You have to kind of go with that in the story, and then also Chris Statlander is a lot bigger than her.
100%.
Yeah, she's like a foot tall then. So
But I mean, not even just big.
yeah,
Her
she's just big.
thighs, her
Yeah,
arms, like
yeah,
she's a different species of human.
yeah. Exactly,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? She comes from that
So
Viking breed.
so this is where you capitalize on the people that are outside the ring instead of having her kick out all these power moves that Chris Statlander is doing. This is where you have those people outside kind of interfering, kind of causing
Hmm.
mischief for discounts and things like that, which brings more into a reality state. As in how they did it, kind of threw me off, and it was just like, yeah, there's no way in hell she should be getting off that power slam.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we blame Stokely,
Yeah,
and next time you better get up on the apron. That's
yep,
it.
yep, yep. And then our main event was the trios match: FTR and Trent Beretta versus United Empire, Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis.
Not knowing those three guys as well,
Yeah,
I was actually pretty impressed, especially by the big dude with the mustache.
yeah.
Like he was solid in the ring. So
Really
that
good
was fun.
match. Really good match. I'm surprised that Will Ospreay lost his first AEW match.
Well, I mean, it is who it is against. So
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
To Trent Beretta?
No, I mean it's FTR.
I don't
You know,
understand,
they were
but
on the power of FTR was on his team.
exactly, because I'm like, it's Beretta's on the other team. It's
Why
Trent.
you gotta? Why go join the Trent hate train? Listen,
I'm
stop.
just saying.
Don't do it. I like Trent. Trent's
Yeah,
cool.
he has probably the same record as QT Marshall.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't.
I just don't dislike him as much as QT Marshall.
Oh,
When was the
man.
last time QT Marshall got his ass kicked?
I haven't seen or Elevation in a little bit, so
Yeah.
I have to watch. I'm pretty sure this week he probably got beat again,
Probably, most likely.
or at least Solo. One of those two got beat.
Yeah. So Rampage, where you give it?
I'm gonna, say, I'm gonna give it a B.
B?
I'm gonna give it a solid B.
Let go same. B. And then podcast we listen to. This is our segment where podcast we listen to. This is a segment we pretty much give you some casts to listen to if they're good conversations. Tony Storm was on 3 different podcasts this week. She was on AEW, she was on Talk is Jericho, and she was on Renee Parquette. I didn't care for her conversations in Renee Parquette and Talk is Jericho, but you said she had good conversations in the AEW one.
Yeah, because it was a lighthearted conversation.
Yeah.
It was some funny stuff. So I think the what is it, AW unrestricted, I think it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have a Tony Storm. Check that out.
Yeah, so there's 3. She has 3 casts out this week. You got Sami Zayn After the Bell. You said it was really good. I gotta listen to it. I'll probably listen to it when I run to the store.
He gave a lot of insight into what he's thinking now as a character, like for his character, what his inspirations and stuff are, and it's just like, oh, okay. Once he says it, it starts to set in, and then he also mentions something that I think that not everybody has the luxury of, is that he has consistency, and if you literally look at his character and his matches and stuff, there's a consistency from the day he, I think is the last thing he did. What was he doing before he joined Shinsuke?
He was pretty much like he was just didn't he tag with he was with like Kevin Owens and shit during that time.
Okay, so that was the straw that brought the camel's back. Then he went to deliberate Shinsuke, and then from there, like you can follow the arc all the way from that character.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, you actually can. So it's cool.
All right.
Check that out.
You got the sessions. You got Nyla Rose on Renee Parquette as well. I have not listened to that yet. And then you had the Gun Club on Chris Van Vliet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Also, Jay Lethal was on Unrestricted this week as well.
Oh, I gotta listen to that. I hope they make him do the Ric Flair impersonation.
Also, shout outs to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. We always give a little shout out to them because they're great. And they talk about actually the Digital Media title this week and how Brian Myers is going to defend it now while Cardona's out. So definitely check that out when you can. And last but not least is the Wrestling Retrospect. This week is your choice. So who you got?
Again, I don't want to pick the most popular people, so I'm going to pick somebody. And this one, you'll appreciate. I'm going to pick Norman Smiley.
Norman Smiley, Black Magic.
Yeah, kudos if you can find some Black Magic matches.
Yeah, Black Magic. You know what's funny?
Okay.
I think I remember one. I think he had with fuck, what's his name? He definitely has the Ultimate Dragon match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna
I think he has a match where he fought Liberace.
Yeah.
Or the WCW equivalent.
He fought Love Machine.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Black Cat versus Love Machine.
Who's Love Machine?
I don't know.
You what?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think most of his stuff I'm gonna probably look for. Like honestly, is his hardcore title reign because it was hilarious.
Yes.
He has one La Frida, and that he was Black Magic. Him versus Silver King. They have him versus Ultimate Dragon. But I think a lot of his stuff was this hardcore title run in WCW. It was hilarious.
And a little bit before that, because once he started to get a little bit of character, that's when Norman Smiley became like fun to watch. Because he was always good, but you didn't really care.
Yeah.
Once he started doing the big wiggle,
yeah.
that was when he became funny.
Yeah, I'm that Norman Smiley. I'm for this. They actually have an interview thing on YouTube, which it looks hilarious. So I'm about to look at that as well. Right. Black Magic Norman Smiley. I'm going all for this. Yeah. All right, so that's our guy, Norman Smiley. All right, we can wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. You can easily listen to us on Spotify, Red Cyclone Inc. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Merc with the mic. Follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow Red Cyclone Inc. anywhere and everywhere. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And we got a WordPress.
Yep.
Check it out.
And always remember, follow the Jinkies.